stopper, and I was pregnant with twins back in January of 2013. I went into labor on the January 2nd. Our twins were born at 6:22 and 6:23 a.m. We weren't sure how they were, if they were both going to make it, or it was just very much a roller coaster and uncertainty. Sarah seemed very healthy, and she was already breathing on her own, but Caleb was very sick. He had Down syndrome. He had something called chylothorax, which meant he had a lot of fluid around his right lung. The social worker came in. She said she thought maybe we could get in the Ronald McDonald House. And up until that time, I didn't really, I heard of the Ronald McDonald House, but I wasn't really familiar with what it did or how it worked. And so I was just thankful that, she was saying we could possibly get in somewhere after we got out of the hospital, because being 2 hours away is kind of a hard thing to think about, being so far from your babies. It was just like a comforting experience. You just felt like it was peaceful, people were friendly, you felt like everything was, built in a way that was meant to be supportive. The hospital is such a sterile environment, and you don't really feel like it's comfortable ever. But to come back here, it felt more like a home instead of just like you would if you went to a hotel room. She was in the hospital for 47 days, so we were here that whole time. February 18th is when she got to come home, or to the Ronald McDonald House. We got to get her out of the hospital. So yeah, this has special memories for that too, because that was the first time we actually brought her out of the hospital with us. And as being new parents, it's a scary experience anyway, not knowing what to do with a newborn. When we brought Sarah home, we got to move into a suite, so that gave us a little bit of a living space as well as a bedroom space. So yeah, and they even provided a crib for her, so we were able to, pretty much have everything we needed right there. Then we ended up going back to our house around March 5th or so, thinking that Caleb was going to be coming home with us. But then April 16th, I got a phone call from the doctor that Caleb had a backslide. We didn't know if he was going to make it that night, so came back and stayed at the Ronald McDonald House again. And we were here for, I want to say, several weeks that time as well. Caleb, he passed away peacefully on August 8th, and we got to bring Sarah into the NICU, spend that last day with him. It was a really hard day, but it was a special day that we got to actually spend together. Having two babies at the same time with one in the NICU, you don't really get to spend much time as a family together. So we just treasure those few moments that we got to spend together. We have another little girl now. She's 1. Her name's Hannah, and she was full term and very healthy, and she's doing great. And when they get older, I really want to bring them back here and do some volunteer things and just share with them, how much this place has meant to our family. And when the healing garden was done, that meant a lot too. That just really, it kind of brought a peace to that, just the acknowledgement that my son was, important, and that our family was a part of this house for a while. We came back a couple weeks ago, and just to see his name, on his stone in the healing garden, and it was just a really special thing that we appreciated. Sarah is doing awesome now. You would never ever know that she was a preemie. She's active, she's talkative, she's just a little fireball. And the other day we had these little 3-pound weights, and she picked one of those up, and I said, "You were that much when you were born." If you look at this tiny little thing, and I look back at pictures of her, I mean, she was so small, and I would just never even know it now. Yeah, we're excited to also announce that we're expecting again. So the due date's August 21st. We're expecting another little boy. So we're extremely excited about it, and Sarah's very excited about it. She's already, before we even knew it was a boy, she was saying, I hope it's another little baby brother. So she got her wish, and we're really looking forward to welcoming him into the family. May you find